Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Excel Learning. In today's capsule, we are going to learn about how to control multiple pivot tables with the same filters. Yes, you heard that right. Without any ado, let me take you through the problem and how do we solve for it. Let us say we have this piece of data wherein we have month-wise, salesman-wise, region-wise, product-wise number of customers, the net sales and the corresponding profit and loss. Now the objective is to first analyze the data. The number one tool that comes to mind for analyzing such data is pivot tables because that helps us summarize the data in the defined way that we want. So I saw my colleague doing this. He summarized the data into two pivot tables, pivot table number 1 and pivot table number 2. In pivot table number 1, he summarized salesman wise sales and profit and loss. And in pivot table number 2, he summarized by region the sales and the profit and loss. Only problem is he used two sets of different slicers with the two different pivot tables. And let me demonstrate why. Let's say if you want to filter the pivot table number 1, this set of cell slicers will be useful. And if you want to filter table number 2 or the pivot table number 2, this set of slicers will be useful. And they are not connected. Now you see the problem with this kind of presentation is you will have to click on two different slicers for achieving the same result across different pivot tables. Now it can result into two things. One is your flow gets slower. Second, the audience might lose interest because you are doing the same activity again and again. Instead, what would be desirable? Let me just demonstrate that first. Let us say we have one single set of slicers and both the pivot tables dance according to the changes that we make here. For example, if we make a change to, let's say, Mr. A as a salesman here, see the change in sales happened here as well as here. Similarly, if we now click on hatch by toy, which is a product, the change happened here as well as here. You see the difference. Now by using a single set of slicers, we are able to control both pivot tables. Now let us understand how to achieve the same. First of all, I hope you like the idea of you know connecting the pivot table in a way that a single slicer or a single filter works on both or multiplicity of them. I have this recreated this same data, and what I will do now is I'll go to analyze and insert a slicer. Now you can insert n number of slicers. Here we'll focus on salesman and product. We'll click on OK. Let me just take it to the top and resize it. Now still it is connected to only one of the pivot tables, the one on which I was clicking. We'll see which one was it. Let's say I click on Mr. A. So this is the pivot table with which it is connected. You see still the pivot table 2 is not interacting accordingly. There is a step that we need to apply for that. That what we need to do is we need to go to Analyze tab, click on Filter Connections, and we need to click on these two magic radio boxes. What this tells Excel is connect the pivots, and whatever slicer being filtered, it will apply to both or multiplicity of the uh, pivot tables which are there. Now you see the number matching. Sales here is matching with the sales here. Let me demonstrate again. Let's say bike toy. See, sales here is matching with the sales here. In a nutshell, now you have got two single slicers and both your pivot tables will dance to the tunes of these two at the click of a button. Hope you like the video. Do share it with somebody who might need it. And if you are new to the channel, do consider subscribing. Thank you and take care.